Hello everyone, in this tutorial we are going to see how to create table. But before moving ahead, why not we discuss about the table. So in relational database, tables are used to store the data, and these tables are going to have row and column, where rows are going to have a set of record while column is going to represent a similar kind of object. So this is the structure of one table. Here we can see this is one table. Now we are just moving ahead with the creation of table. But before moving ahead and to create the table, why not we try to analyze each column that we are just going to use in table. So if we are talking about this name field, then here we have just written name 1, name 2 and name 3, and these all three entries are a string, or we can say character set. While if we are moving to this roll number, then here we can see this is one decimal value, or we can say like a integer, and similar kind of integer values are being used for age. It means this table is going to have multiple kind of data. It could be a string, integer, decimal, or some character. So whenever we are going to create any table, first we need to define that which column is going to be a string, which column is going to be a decimal, and which column is going to have some integer. So this is all about the data type that we are just going to use inside any of the table. So why not we move back to the mysql database, and let's see how we are just going to create the table. So here in previous lecture we have just created one database, and we have also verified that database has been created. Now we are just going to select this database for our table creation. So for that we are just going to use statement, and then database demo is the name of database. So let's execute this. So here we can see that database demo has been selected, and same thing is selected here into the drop down option as well. It means now we are able to create table inside this database. So let's create table, give the name of table1. I'm just going to give the name, and now we are going to use a parenthesis, and inside this suppose we are just going to use one id column, and this will be integer, and after each of the value we are just going to use comma. Now the second column name, suppose name, and since it is a string, so we are just going to use var_char, and here inside this parenthesis we are going to provide the length of this string. Again we are going to use comma. Now we are going to create the third column with its data type definition. So let's say roll number, it is again an integer, and so let's select this and execute this query. So here we can see that this query has been executed successfully. But how we are just going to assure that this table has been created or not? So again we are going to use show tables. Since we are inside database demo database, now we are going to run this and going to execute this. Here we can see that one table has been created, but still we are not able to understand whether the same kind of data definition for each of the column is there. So for that we are just going to write one statement, desc means describe, and the name of table1. So execute it, and here we can see that id is going to be integer, name is going to be string varchar, and roll number is integer. And here it is saying like these column can accept null value. It means we have successfully created one table with specified data type. So this is all about the table creation and its description. So we'll meet in next tutorial. Thanks.